Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I'm Humera Illyas from Peaceful Souls, and I have with me a very enthusiastic homeschooling mom. And first of all, I would like to give you a little introduction. Then, obviously, I would like her to get introduced to us all because I want my community to know that what people are doing around here in the world and how they are spending their life in enhancing the knowledge of their children. So we have Jennifer Elia with us. Hi, Jen.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm great. She is from New Jersey, USA. She's a homeschooling mom. She's homeschooling consultant also. She's a blogger. She's an author. And about homeschooling from her. And also at the end, I would love to have some introduction about Global Learn Day because that is a big event on Earth that will take us towards the understanding. Hello.
Yes, hi. Sorry, we
Yes.
disconnected.
Jennifer, a little about you. We would like to know what are your special strengths and what activities you are performing at present.
You mean for the homeschooling, right? Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I am. My goal is to build a community for homeschool moms so they can get the tools and support to easily
Right.
build a successful homeschool. So I have a
Mm-hmm.
blog where I publish different um, articles to help
Mm-hmm.
moms, but I also have a group on Facebook called Homeschool Mom to Mom Support and Chat, and that is really where I'm reaching out to moms and giving them the resources they need. We even have some guest experts coming in and
Mm-hmm.
they can ask questions for whatever.
That's great.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So, what exactly you are doing at present? What are your activities right now?
Um, well, I have a book coming out in the
Mm-hmm.
end of October. And
That's great. We will be waiting for that book.
yes, I am too. I can't wait for it to actually be published. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and working on building my community, obviously. And I'm also working with Global Learn Day to promote
Mm-hmm.
education, but also to help promote home education.
So, how do you come to the point that you need to homeschool your children? Why the modern era is demanding from us all that we should go for homeschooling?
Well, I guess I'll back up a little bit. I am actually a certified teacher and worked as a teacher for 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
and I was also a college professor for 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
And in that
All
time,
right.
I saw how the system isn't really set up to reach all children and teach them the way they need to be taught. It's kind of like an assembly line with everybody moving through, and there isn't a whole lot of differentiation in lessons. And there's just it's difficult for children to get what they need, and so seeing that is why I decided to homeschool my children so that they can have that personalized education and get the
Mm-hmm.
skills they need to
Right.
succeed.
Mm-hmm. Right. Because they need some connection with with the parents, and I think that
Hmm.
this homeschooling can create that connection.
Yes, it also is great for that because family units aren't as cohesive as they used to be. And when you have
Mhm.
mom work or dad working 8 or 9 hours a day and kids in school 5 to 8 hours a
Mhm.
day, it really breaks up that family.
Right.
So we get to work together and spend a lot of time together as a family. We eat all our meals
Mhm.
together. We have a common history together
Right.
instead of everybody just doing their own
Mhm.
thing.
Right. Yeah. The children, they come to learn from their parents a lot.
Hmm.
They have more opportunity to learn from their parents. This way, right?
Hmm. Yes.
So, what is, in your opinion, why a mother is thought to be better traditional schools and letting them learn there in the schools?
I'm sorry. You kind of cut out in the middle of the question. Do you mind just repeating it quickly?
Why a mother is thought to be a better teacher while she's homeschooling rather than sending the. Hello.
Okay. Yes, I'm still here. Um, so sometimes we think that we can't homeschool because we've been conditioned to have to send them to school, but really that's a modern invention. And for centuries, children were educated by their family and by their community.
Mhm.
So moms already have the task of educating their children because until they get to school age, you teach them how to get dressed, how to put on their shoes, how to do everything
Mhm.
around their life that they need to. So you
Mhm.
already have what you need to teach your children. And often people
Right.
say, what about algebra and what about chemistry? Well, that comes later, and that's after years of building up on that education. And there are resources out there to help you. It doesn't have to be that you need to have all the answers. Nobody has all the answers, and even teachers, and I know this as a teacher, don't have all the answers. We have curriculum guides and um, teachers' manuals and different things to help in that journey. So moms should not be afraid that they can't teach their children because
Mhm.
they've already been doing
Right.
it since day one.
Mhm. Right. Means mothers, they are more closely connected to their children. That is why they are better homeschooling teachers also.
Yes, yes, because they understand exactly what their
Mm.
child needs. When you're in a school setting,
Yeah.
it takes a while for
They
the
are
teacher.
connected both emotionally, physically, and mentally to their children. That
Yeah,
is why they could be more better teachers.
yes, because the teacher takes a while to get up to speed with each child, and then it's the end of the year, and in many schools they go on to a new teacher, so that has
Hmm.
to start all over again. Whereas you already know where they're coming from, and you're with them every day, so you can see what they need.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly. So um, now a very important question that I have that concern basically
Uh-huh.
because in my society I have seen lot much of emotional instability in the
Mhm.
mothers. So in your opinion, because obviously you are homeschooling consultant,
Mhm.
so in your opinion, what is the importance of a mother's emotional stability while she is homeschooling her children?
It is very important because it's a difficult job and it can be very overwhelming at times.
Mm,
And that is part of why I'm trying to build a community because sometimes it can be isolating, especially if you
mm-hmm.
don't know a lot of people that are homeschooling. And
Right.
it is demands on your time that you may not have grown up doing. So it's something different that you're finding your own way. It's not a way that you were used to being taught or used to growing up. So I think that having support and having resources for your emotional health and just your well-being is vital, and that's one of the things that I really want to get out there to moms is that they really a lot of homeschooling things are focused on what can you get for the
Mm-hmm.
kids, what can you give to the kids, but the moms need stuff to be able to give to the kids. We need to
Right.
focus more on ourselves.
Right.
Yes.
Because if she herself is not stable enough, then obviously it will be difficult for her to understand what her child need at that specific time.
Yes, yes, and
Right.
even to give it because you can't pour from an empty pitcher. So if you don't have
Yeah.
it in you, you can't give them. Even if you know what they need, you can't give it to them.
All right, right. So, do you think that there is enough space, or there is a good scope here in developing countries regarding homeschooling? Because obviously, mothers, they are depleted here. They are not having emotional stability. Do you
Mhm.
think that there is enough scope for homeschooling here in developing countries?
I think that it is a model that can really work anywhere, and especially if you do not have schools that can serve your community. Um,
Mm-hmm.
some it may be that moms need to band together and do like their own. We call them hybrid schools, where moms come together and the children kind of are partially homeschooled, partially in school. Um,
Mm-hmm.
there's also a great wealth of e-learning activities that if you have access to the internet, you
Mm-hmm.
can school your children at home through those resources. You don't have to send them to a school all day. So you're working along with them if it's something that you can. I know that I have some subjects that my children take online and I work with them on it, but I don't do the teaching.
Mm-hmm.
So I really feel
Right.
like every um, anyone can find a way for it to work within your model.
Right. Right. Yeah, this e-learning portion and this hybrid schooling,
Hmm.
that could be very effective here while in a society where there is no concept of homeschooling.
Hmm.
So the people, they are getting aware only. They wanted to homeschool their children, but they
Hmm.
are not having any support in the society.
Hmm.
So this e-learning or e-help can be very beneficial for them all.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So you are already having this system that you told that you are running already this Apple page also and your website. I will give the address also while I'll be
Okay.
sharing this video. So I'll
Okay.
be sharing your website address also.
Okay.
So, do you think that you are already giving this all support to the mothers who just started this homeschooling?
I'm trying really hard too. It's kind of, I'm still in the process of building that. I have a lot of hopes and dreams of what I want to reach
Hmm.
for, but that is really what I'm
Hmm.
working towards, and that is what my book is based on, is giving people the tools so they're starting from a point of success. They have the tools that they need, instead of many homeschoolers, myself included when I started, are
Hmm.
kind of stumbling around trying to figure it out on your own, and you shouldn't
Right.
have to do that. There are millions of
Right.
homeschoolers throughout the world. You should be able to know how to do it and find people to talk to easily, and so that's really what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, that would be a great help to the society because obviously our children need us more than anyone else.
Yes.
And in the schools, the most of the time they are away from us.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to build a society where we can have uh, this kind of system where children are with us, learning from us most of the time.
Okay.
So, yeah. So at the end, I would like to know about your recent activity that you told you are doing about Global Learn Day.
Yes.
So, what is how that idea came into your mind, and how did you come up with that all? And a little about the recent this year's plan, when you are going to launch it, and how the things are going to work for you. So, please share that with us because
Sure.
it's a great, I would say it is a great stepping stone where from where we can start.
Okay.
Please elaborate a little about it.
Yes. So Global Learn Day has actually been around for 21 years, but when it first started out, it was kind of just small chat rooms, and it was just this very small community that was involved.
Mm-hmm.
The past couple years, we've moved it onto the internet and into social media, and now this is my second year working on the project. It's a project through Online Training Institute, which was one of the first online schools, actually. Um,
That's great.
yes, and so I am a presenter, but I also manage the publicity and the social media and such. So this year we have presenters on 5 continents, and last year we had participants on 5 continents, but we didn't have presenters that far. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
really hoping that maybe we can get to participants on six
Mm-hmm.
continents. So we have people all over the world presenting on various topics. One of them is some of them are very high intellectual, like I think it's like bioarchaeology, the study of bones and how it tells us about history and mankind. We have a couple of young presenters who are
Mhm.
children,
Great.
and they're doing nature shows. We have presenters about deaf education and making music
Mm.
accessible to the hard of hearing. A wide breadth of information, and it's exciting because there's really something there for everybody. So this
Mhm.
kicks off tomorrow. It will be on our Facebook page and our Twitter page, broadcast
Mhm.
simultaneously. Every hour
Mhm.
for 24 hours, we have some sort of learning presentation for people.
Great.
And we also have, in conjunction with that, if you've heard of ham radios or amateur radio operators, there is a worldwide relay going on from today until Monday for
Mhm.
amateur radio operators to get involved with and to see how many contacts they can get all over the world. So that they're kind of running simultaneously as separate events, but they're the both
Mhm.
of them. The focus is our theme this year is uniting the world through education. So what we're seeking to, we have threefold mission. One is to support access to education for all children. The second is to support innovation in education. And the third is to promote lifelong learning, which homeschooling does that great. But we want
Mhm.
everyone to be a lifelong learner and a self-directed learner. So that is Global Learn Day in a nutshell.
And that is really exciting. And I'm just counting the hours, and for sure we'll be having a lot much of learning from that event.
Uh-huh.
And for sure, I would recommend everyone who is watching this video to come and promote the event so that we can have uh, not obviously for our generation we are doing this all, but
Yes.
obviously for the generations to come,
Yeah.
this kind of event, it will create a lifelong learning for everyone, not for only this generation.
Yes.
And obviously this is a good deed that we will leave behind.
Yes.
So Jennifer, hoping that your event will have a boom, and
Uh-huh.
inshallah we will be meeting over there, inshallah, and we will keep meeting later on also in future.
Yes.
uh,
Thank you.
I'm really thankful for your precious time,
Uh-huh.
because in my society, people, they are asking about homeschooling, they want to learn about it,
Uh-huh.
and for sure I would recommend them all to visit your page also,
Mhm.
and they should follow you,
Uh-huh.
the because you are taking so many good steps towards the learning, increasing the learning in the society.
Thank
So
you.
thanks for giving us your time, and hope inshallah we will meet soon in the
Yes.
future. Also, we'll have some fruitful meetings inshallah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.